Moving along to the ESPN Daily. Good morning! This time next week, we will be 2 days away from MLB games gracing our televisions again. While I agree that 9 days out is an obscure milestone to draw attention to, I need you to just let me have this one. Here's your ESPN Daily. Listen up! Renaming Washington's football team. It's official. After 87 years, the NFL team from our nation's capital have caved. The NFL team from our nation's capital have completely lost their spine. The NFL team from our nation's capital will be getting a new name. Many believe the change is long overdue, but team owner Dan Snyder has always staunchly resisted the possibility. What possibly could have changed? On today's episode of the ESPN Daily Podcast, ESPN NFL reporter John Keim explains why this time the franchise decided to move on from the name, shares reactions from players and fans, and discusses what this might mean for other teams with Native American-related monikers. For more coverage of the impending name change, you can check out these pieces. Washington's NFL alumni, name change doesn't erase history. Every logo Washington's NFL franchise has ever used. Renaming Washington, the process, hurdles, and fallout. Things to care about. The gymnastics factory. For nearly 4 decades, as athletes came and went, there was one constant presence in Olympic gymnastics. Blaah and Martha Karolyi. I have no idea how that name ends. Karolyi is something. Does it repeat somewhere down here? No? Oh, it's just Karolyi. Okay. Oh, Karolyus. Blaah and Martha Karolyus. The coaching duo broke into the world stage in 1976 when their 14-year-old gymnast, Nadia Comaneci, scored the first perfect 10 in Olympic history. 5 years later, the couple defected from communist Romania to the United States, where they were determined to once again climb to the top of their sport. The couple amassed unprecedented power in the sport and brought historic success to the U.S. program, delivering the U.S. 46 Olympic medals during their 32-year reign. As the Karolyus' influence grew, so did the importance of the Karolyi ranch. Is it Karolyi or Karolyus? Because if it's Karolyi, then you put the apostrophe in the wrong place up there. From a few rustic buildings within a national forest, it became the center of women elite gymnastics in the United States. When hundreds of athletes detailed sexual abuse by USA Gymnastics national team physician Larry Nassar, some of which occurred at the ranch, questions about the Karolyus' accountability arose, as did questions about when coaching crosses the line between tough and abusive, and why it took so long to examine the famous duo's legacy. Maybe because you don't always have to examine people's legacy with a fucking microscope just to see what everything that they could possibly have done wrong that is only now seen as wrong. Obviously, allowing sexual abuse is wrong, but I'm talking about, tough love, tough coaching. That's necessary to extract the results that you want. The results that make your country proud. In conjunction with the 30 for 30 podcast, heavy metals inside the Karolyi Gymnastics empire, Bonnie D. Ford and Alyssa Ronick go inside the ranch to examine how the Karolyis built an empire over 3 decades, and at what price. The humbling of Cam Newton. When you think of Cam Newton, you probably think of his larger-than-life persona as much as you do his size, his mobility, and the transcendent talent he displayed during his 2015 MVP-winning season. Ever since Newton's indoctrination in the NFL, the quarterback has drawn ire for being too much, too arrogant, too flashy, his celebrations too celebratory. Rather than having his charisma and confidence seen as assets, the former Carolina Panthers QB1 has been viewed as someone who needs humbling. The undefeated's Martenzie Johnson argues that the lack of interest in Cam this offseason and his current contract with the New England Patriots, since free agency was introduced to the NFL in 1993, Where was I? Since free agency was introduced to the NFL in 1993, just 5 MVP-winning quarterbacks have joined a new team via free agency. Of those 5, Newton is the sole quarterback to sign a contract worth less than $3 million per season, are the result of the belief that Newton needs to be humbled more than the result of his lingering injury concerns. Surprise players for all 22 teams. Matthew Dellavedova, Danny Green, Ron Artest, the list goes on. Every year in the NBA postseason, heroes are made. Relative unknowns become household names as role players seize their moments. This season will be no different. Okay, to be fair, this season is drastically different, but it's for that very reason that there could be an even greater influx of players stepping up to carry additional loads because of teammates not going into the bubble. From Dante DiVincenzo to Kyle Kuzman something? To Shabazz Napier, here are the guys our NBA insiders think are primed to surprise. Things to watch. Lamar Jackson in disbelief over his Madden rating. How are you going to do your cover athlete like that, Madden? Lamar Jackson joined SportsCenter to have his Madden NFL 21 rating revealed and was, how should I put this, underwhelmed by what he learned. Jackson, the reigning NFL MVP, who finished with a 92 rating in his rookie season, received a mark of 94. For reference, Patrick Mahomes received a 99, and Deshaun Watson earned an 86 rating in the video game world. I wish it was better. I guess we can roll with it, Jackson said. A little added motivation for the upcoming season, but trust. At the end of the day, while Jackson's disappointment was valid, his Madden fate isn't as bad as that of Saquon Barkley, who didn't rank among the top 5 running backs with an 89. Mad disrespectful. Why does this matter to anybody? Overheard. I saw some stuff on social media where guys were playing bags. Let me just tell you something. I come from the sticks. Number 1, number 2. I went to the University of Illinois. I am nice at bags, so anybody can meet me there. Heat Center Myers Leonard on playing cornhole in the NBA bubble. Okay. Remember when? An epic showdown between a couple of legends. On this date last year, Novak Djokovic outlasted Roger Federer in a marathon 5th set tiebreaker to win his 5th Wimbledon title and 16th Grand Slam. The match included a 35-shot rally. 35 shots. That is all. Until next time, remember, yesterday the Kings' Richaun Holmes risked it all, crossed the Disney campus line for delivery food. Now he has to quarantine for 8 more days. When his mom caught wind what went down, she tweeted, "You only crossed the line for your mama's cooking." And if that's not a word, I don't know what is. Okay. This has been your ESPN Daily for Tuesday, July 14th, 2020. Very nice.